Achieve mental bliss and spiritual awakening with Ikigai Bio-Hacking Part 2. Yoshuku and Ima Iwai. That's something I'm going to talk about today, so stick around. Hi, my name is Sachiaki Takamiya. I am the author of the Ikigai Diet and Ikigai Biohacking. Okay, so today, the part 2 of Achieve Mental Bliss and Spiritual Awakening with Ikigai Biohacking. And so in the last video, I shared with you a concept called Shion Kansha. Appreciate the favors gods have already given to you. Yeah, and this is a very powerful practice. Yeah, and today, first, I'd like to talk about Yoshuku. Yeah, it is also called Mae Iwai, which means celebrating your future harvest in advance. So Yo means in advance, Shuku means celebration, and Mae means before, and Iwai means celebration. Yeah, so celebrating something beforehand or in advance, right? So this is a common Japanese practice of law of manifestation. And in fact, there are several books written about it. And then one is this one is called Mae Iwai no Hosoku, yeah, Yoshuku no Susume. Yeah, Yoshuku no Susume, Mae Iwai no Hosoku. Yeah, it talks about Yoshuku and Mae Iwai. Yeah, and then one example is, Masayoshi Son, with the CEO of SoftBank. Yeah, he and his team, when they launch a new project or new product, yeah, they practice Yoshuku. So they get together and they just basically have a party. Yeah, imagining in 2 years' time that their project or their product is successful. So they get together and then celebrate the fact that they achieved, their goals. Right, yeah. And this is very powerful because you're not just simply visualizing, and that is a common practice in the West, yeah. But you are celebrating with, food and drinks and, with a feast, and you are kind of looking at everybody smiling, and you feel very high with the alcohol and everything. And so it's a kind of a multi-sensory visualization in a way. Yeah. So it is more powerful than just simple visualization. Right. Okay. So, and now this is a common practice in Japan. For example, hanami, like cherry blossom viewing. In the spring, we have a lot of cherry blossom everywhere, and people have parties under cherry trees. Yeah, and that practice, no, most people don't know this, by the way. Yeah, is actually done to celebrate the autumn harvest in advance. We have a rice harvest in autumn, yeah, because cherry blossom kind of represent, it sort of symbolizes the, like rice harvest, yeah. So by looking at the cherry blossom, people imagine the autumn harvest and then celebrated it in advance. Yeah. Another example is a bon odori, like a bon dance in summer festivals. Yeah, that is also to celebrate the autumn harvest in advance. Yeah. So Yoshuku has been a kind of a common practice in Japan without people really realizing it. Yeah. But now it's becoming popular again as a method of law of attraction. Right. However, I found this Yoshuku or even like regular visualization kind of difficult because when you think about your future success, let's say in 2 years' time, yeah, like maybe I'll be living in a big house in, for example, Vancouver or somewhere like that with a sort of ocean view, like sort of, great place that everybody kind of imagine, yeah, like your dream house. Okay. And if I try to celebrate it, I can kind of imagine a little bit, but not completely, not 100%, because it hasn't happened yet. It's not my reality, right? So it's a kind of difficult to celebrate something that hasn't happened yet. So there's a part of me feeling or thinking that, okay, but I don't live there yet, or it's not happening now, or the house I live is different. So when your mind shifts to the present, you feel kind of lack. Yeah, like because you're not manifesting the reality you want. And this kind of lack of happiness or lack of achievement sort of stays in your heart. Yeah. So I came up with a concept called Ima Iwai. Yeah, which means to celebrate the present happiness. Yeah. So basically, this is the same as Shion Kansha. Yeah. But the difference is Shion Kansha is just like a regular meditation, regular visualization, while Ima Iwai is you are celebrating the present happiness. So you have a kind of multi-sensory experience of what all of the positive things happening in your life right now. Yeah. So I found it much easier than doing Yoshuku because like if I can celebrate the house I live now, yeah, I don't need to visualize anything. I mean, all I need to do is just look at my house, just look at the walls and look at the floors or ceilings and then, wow, yeah. So I live in this house now, yeah. Or if I want to celebrate the car I drive, which is not a great car, but it's still a car. I mean, thinking about the time I didn't own a car, it is a it's a dream came true. So I can celebrate the fact that I drive a car. And then all I need to do is just to, go to the parking lot and look at my car. And, it's a real thing. It is a reality. So it's much easier to celebrate something you already have. Yeah. And remember in the last video, I talked about the feeling of contentment. Yeah, contentment attracts the future happiness. So the law of attraction really is the feeling of content, feeling of happiness. Yeah, therefore, if you can feel happy now, it is easier to attract future happiness. So in that sense, I think Ima Iwai is even more powerful than Yoshuku. Yeah, and it is a multi-sensory practice, and it's focusing on the present happiness, and it's kind of a link with a Shion Kansha, which you can practice every day. Well, Ima Iwai maybe not every day, but kind of Ima Iwai reinforces your daily Shion Kansha meditation. Yeah. So how often do you need to practice Ima Iwai, or when is the good time to practice Ima Iwai? I think the best time is the full moon. Yeah, because full moon the time, it's a full moon meaning the time of filling. Yeah, it's a sort of a harvesting time. Therefore, it's a good time to celebrate. Yeah, and then the new moon, on the other hand, is sort of beginning. So it is actually a good time to do Yoshuku, your Maiwai in the new moon and Imaiwai in the full moon. Yeah, you don't need to do it exactly on the full moon night. I mean, you can kind of do it the weekend near the full moon. That's okay. Yeah. In fact, in Japan, we have a custom to celebrate on the full moon. So this is the celebration we did last year at the time of Jugoya, which happens in autumn. Yeah, so you can do it outside if you like, looking at the moon, or you can do it inside. Whatever the way is okay. Yeah, but just celebrate the bright things happening in your life, and if you look for it, there are many things you can feel grateful for. Yeah, right. Yeah, and then you can also do that weekly if you like. Yeah, so this is the dynamic of Hare and Ke intermittent fasting. Yeah, now, so because with Hare and Ke intermittent fasting, we have a Ke period, which is during the week. It's a kind of disciplined period. That's where you practice intermittent fasting. Yeah, and then the weekend is Hare period. Yeah, you take a break from your fasting and you have a feast. So it's a feasting time. Yeah. So this is the perfect time to do Ima Iwai, yeah, on the weekend. Yeah. And not only just have a feast, yeah, but you celebrate the fact that you achieved your intermittent fasting. So you completed your intermittent fasting for the week. Yeah. So to rejoice that achievement on the weekend. Yeah. If you can make it a regular thing, then once a week you share your achievement. Yeah. And that's a great thing. So Hare and Nikkei intermittent fasting had so many benefits, such as it's a great cycling of autophagy and mTOR. During the K period can be autophagy activating period. Hare time can be mTOR activating period. Yeah, and then it's a kind of a doable approach, but psychologically, mentally, this is very powerful because you can have Ima Iwai every weekend. Okay, so that was the part 2 of Achieve Mental Bliss and Spiritual Awakening with Ikigai Bio-Hacking. So more in detail, please read the book, Ikigai Bio-Hacking, Biohacking Based on Japanese Natural Health. Yeah, Chapter 6, Mental Exercises to Bioharmonize Yourself, focuses on the mental side of biohacking. So dealt with Shion Kansha meditation, Yoshuku and Ima Iwai, and also, Zange, Shugendo's purification meditation, proactive versus reactive, going with the flow, Zen and the art of listening and giving, right? And I wrote about Hare and Nikkei intermittent fasting in detail too, how to practice it and so on, right? And then the book is available on Amazon, both Kindle and print-on-demand paperback. Yeah. However, the price will go up on the 20th. Yeah, because of the increase in the printing cost. Yeah. So please get the book before the 20th. Yeah. Then you can purchase the book with the present price. Okay, thank you for watching. Again, my name is Sachiaki Takamiya. I am the author of the Ikigai Diet and Ikigai Biohacking. If you like this video, please give me your thumb up and please subscribe to my channel. And please leave your comment. Yeah, do you practice Ima Iwai or Yoshuku? Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Live with your Ikigai.